Might as well give you guys a great monitor as well. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Too Much Tech, and in today's video we're going to be doing a quick unboxing of this Alienware QD-OLED 34-inch ultra-wide monitor. And yeah, I'm really excited to try this thing out. It's got NVIDIA G-Sync. Where are the specs on the side of the box? I think it might be the other side. 34-inch QD-OLED, 99.3% of DCI-P3 coverage, 1000 nits of brightness, WQHD resolution, 0.1 millisecond grade time with NVIDIA G-Sync Ultimate, and display HDR True Black 400. All new stuff that we have not seen in monitors before in terms of the complete package, maybe bits and pieces of it, but never all at once. So that's what we're going to be checking out today. Let's go ahead and get the unboxing started. So more or less the monitor came like this. Well, technically this is underneath, and this is what came on top of the box. So you have your stand, two pieces there, all the wiring, some extra accessories, and a little back cover for your cable management. But yeah, let's go ahead and get this thing set up. So one thing that I noticed that was really weird is that you look at this mount and well, it's pretty small, and that translates over to the rest of the monitor as well. Honestly speaking, I don't know if this is going to be a good monitor to wall mount, because this thing looks incredibly heavy and massive, but this mount doesn't really inspire much faith. So I'm going to have to see what kind of mounting hardware they include, and if they include an adapter or not. All right, so we got this thing out of the box. It looks really good. I mean, it looks very similar as far as the front of it compared to other 34-inch Alienware monitors that I've tried in the past. But one thing I do want to say, this stand, oh my God, it doesn't look that big because the lens is super wide angle, but seriously, it reaches across half my desk. That is a little ridiculous, and I get it. Special panel, all that good stuff. Like, you don't want anything to happen to it, but the stand is a little crazy. I wish that was better, and it seems like Alienware is only getting worse with the stands as we go on with time and whatnot. But I guess we'll see about the next one. NVIDIA G-Sync Ultimate, and this thing does go up to 175 hertz as well with a really fast response time. So who knows? This might be halfway decent for competitive use depending on how good or bad the black levels are. So we'll check it out and see how fast this monitor really is. So we got a new on-screen display control, and we still do have those front two USB ports present, which I'm really glad about because I felt underneath I did not feel the USB ports because I didn't look in the right spot. I'm really glad to see that those are there. One of the best features about Dell and Alienware monitors. So you guys, looking at the back of this curved monitor, what do you guys think of this whole two-tone design? Like, do you think that this looks good or acceptable? Because I'm not really the hugest fan of that. Like, it looks okay at best, but I can't really say anything more than that. And I understand they wanted to keep the white theme going. They had to integrate it a little bit into the back of the monitor to carry it on through the rest of the stand if you're gonna have this on your desk. And I get it. But I feel like if it was either all black or all white on the back, and then starting about right here where the panel starts, that could have been black. That would have been fine. I do wish that this was all one color. Looks like we got some LED lighting zone action happening. So we got this one huge zone on the right side and the small Alienware logo on the left. I want to say I think that this is a lighting zone as well, but it's just not on, and I can't use the OSD until I plug something in apparently. So that's next. All right, so Also, we're going to be giving away this Alienware 25-inch 1080p 240 hertz IPS monitor to one of you guys. Especially with all the views we got on Alienware monitors, you guys really seem to like them so much. So I might as well give the same pleasure to one of you guys that I will give to one of my friends and family by recommending an Alienware monitor, just because it just happened to be so rock solid. Might as well give you guys a great monitor as well. So I want to thank you guys for watching the channel and whatnot, getting us to almost 100,000 subscribers, and you're going to be able to win this thing. Giveaway rules are going to be really simple. This is US only because I'm not made of money and shipping this huge product is really expensive. So with that being said, I'm going to have a link to a tweet in the description below and in the pinned comment. All you have to do, subscribe to the YouTube channel, of course, follow me on Twitter, tag 2 friends, and retweet the tweet. That's it. Should be a relatively easy giveaway, I would say. But yeah, it just seems to be the easiest way that I figured out, because me and Gleam aren't on the best of terms right now. But yeah, I really do like this monitor, especially I think it was nearly 2 years ago when we reviewed this one. We reviewed the black version, but we ended up getting this one because we knew that we wanted to do a giveaway at some point. So yeah, I figured since Alienware just launched this brand new OLED monitor, this seems like the right time to do so. Really excited for one of you guys to win this thing and enjoy it in your gaming setup. But yeah, that's gonna be it. Link to the giveaway details in the description below, and enjoy the rest of the video. So this is everything that comes inside the box, with the exception of that little cable cover. But more or less, we have full-size DisplayPort 1.4 cable, DisplayPort to mini DisplayPort cable. I think I asked for this before, especially if you plan on using this with like an Alienware laptop. Definitely want to include one of these in the box, because then you're going to get the most speed instead of using the HDMI port and whatnot. USB 3.0 or 3.1, maybe 3.2 cable, I don't know. A USB cable that goes back to your computer, so you can use the USB ports on the monitor. Power cable, of course. Let's see what's in this box. Looks like a bit of documentation, maybe. Safety and regulatory information, something like that. Alienware card. Thank you for joining us, just with all their socials. And what do you know? A VESA mount. So this is what you're going to need if you want to mount this thing. It looks like you're going to clip this into your monitor, and then you're going to use this VESA mount bracket to connect to whatever mounting system that you want to use for your desk. And yeah, looks like that problem has been solved. First party, nothing else extra needed. You don't need to buy anything on Amazon. And since they include these screws, you'll probably want to use these screws to connect the VESA bracket to this double VESA bracket, I guess. All right, guys, so we got this thing all set up, and as you guys can kind of see, like over here, it is a glossy and reflective-ish coating, but it actually does a better job than I thought of not picking up all the lights in the room. Like, I thought that with this thing being super glossy, that it was gonna literally pick up like everything in the room, like the light that I have above me, the light that I have over here to the right, and it actually does a pretty good job at not being super duper reflective. So that's pretty cool. Also, the glossy coating gives the colors a much better depth and look, in my opinion. So I don't know, might be time to switch from matte displays to glossy. At the moment, we only have this thing hooked up with HDMI, but don't worry, I ordered some Amazon same day 10-foot DisplayPort cables so we can get the full 175 hertz. But I'm gonna do some first impressions and test this thing out running at 100 hertz for now, because my PC is just a little bit too far away for a regular, what is it, like 5-foot or 6-foot DisplayPort cable? I don't know. It's just too short though. So we're gonna try this thing out at 100 hertz, see what we think, and then drop the full review in the next like week or so. We'll see. Okay, so check this out. So they have creator color spaces, and you can pick DCI-P3 or sRGB. I mean, that is actually really useful. I like that a lot. So check out this feature. So this does have a dark stabilizer mode, which I was really scared that it wouldn't come with, but this is actually a really nice wallpaper to check, because it does have some details in those darker areas of the screen. So this is when it's all the way on its lowest setting, and this is on the brightest setting, which it doesn't look like too different, but it is drastic enough that I think would be useful enough in game. So we're gonna try this thing out and play some games with it. So here's a quick tour of the new on-screen display. So you hit the little joystick and you get all these different quick settings that you can check and change through and whatnot. Then you hit up again, and then this takes you back to the traditional Alienware on-screen display and whatnot with a bunch of settings that you're used to seeing in their usual not loadout, but layout. Playing Warzone or something in my head. But more or less, this is pretty familiar, very easy to use, and I think this is probably one of the best on-screen displays where I don't really think that you need like a keyboard or mouse to go through it, or knowing rocket science to go through the on-screen display. Alright guys, so we got some Apex Legends loaded up on the 34-inch ultra wide, and honestly speaking, I'm expecting it to look really good. Already from the start menu in the FPS preset, I can tell that this thing looks absolutely amazing. So hopefully only running at 100 Hertz running with HDMI 2.0 will give us a pretty good sense of like the input lag when you're running lower than the maximum 175 Hertz refresh rate. It feels very fast, so that's pretty impressive for something running at such a low refresh rate by today's standards, but we've got really good input delay at least. I'm so dead. I knew it. I gotta turn my sense down. It feels a little too high. Look, chill, man. You're trash. Doodoo butter. Told you guys my aim ain't that bad. Alright, so let's play a game that we're actually just a tad good at. Ooh, on the brink right there. Let's just get stuck on. Don't know how that happened, but yo, stop stealing kills. Back off. Yo, come on. Come on, you can't outstrafe me, cuz. Yo, what the F was that? He popped both of us? That's terrible. Alright, look. I wasn't really paying that close attention, but we had the highest KD in the lobby. What can I say? But anyways, my first impressions of this monitor, even though I'm not unleashing it to its fullest potential right now, it still looks and performs very well. I will say this though, like the brightness is definitely a little bit of an issue, especially if you want to use this for like a semi-competitive type of monitor. It's definitely not that. But what I can say is that this is 110% a luxury monitor experience, like if that even makes sense. Like this thing looks fantastic. The glossy coating makes all the colors pop like crazy, and it's very quick. Like playing on this thing at 175 Hertz, I'm pretty sure I won't miss playing at 240 Hertz that much, just because of how quick that it feels with the response time. And again, not using it to its fullest potential, but we will have a full review of this thing pretty soon, so just expect that within the next like couple of weeks, and you guys will have my full opinion on this thing, motion blur tests, all that goodness, seeing if OLED is really worth it over the current like LCD panels and whatnot for gaming. But as far as ultra wides and whatnot go, this thing looks absolutely amazing, and the features it packs are pretty good from just the couple of minutes that I spent with this so far. So thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys in the next video, and yeah, I'm gonna play some games with this thing.